Hey everyone, Screen913 here. Welcome back to, hang on, I can do this. Mass Effect Trilogy Ironman Edition.
Yay!
Proud of myself. Proud of myself. Oh, we should see if we need to buy anything.
Get some new shoes.
I love
Maybe
shoes.
something for your hair.
Some
Ooh,
tech
those gloves
damage.
are really cute, maybe, but
They look a
think
little
it's gonna
matronly. Yeah.
yeah, they make you look a little butch, right? And that armor isn't doing any favors in the hip area anyway, so no reason to,
Okay, there is tech damage, and I do use... There's one thing about the Sentinel that's very unique. Like, normally, I'm worried about tech damage or biotic damage, but not both.
I'm worried about giant spiders.
Oh. What?
They don't have those.
Oh, I thought we were just listening about the things we were worried
Oh.
about.
Oh, remember that video I showed you that had the Skyrim, and it had the loading screens? The funniest loading screens ever? One of the loading screens said, spiders in Skyrim. Probably the weakest creature you'll ever fight, but they'll haunt your dreams. It's absolutely true. They're very weak, but every time you see one, you're like, get away from me.
It's their faces. You should never be able to see a spider should never be so big that you can see their faces.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, stop talking about spiders.
Okay, I'm gonna get.
Let's talk about tech, whatever the fuck.
I'm gonna get.
Talking about.
I'm gonna get the spider protection, and then I'm gonna skip the assault spider, and the amplifier spiders, and I'm gonna go straight for.
What did I say about spiders?
Okay, change the subject.
Okay.
I think you should have a small additional Ironman rule
Yes.
to your game. Every time your fish die, you have to restart the LP.
No! Actually, I don't have a problem now because I got Kelly feeding them for me. Ha ha!
Damn it. Kelly better not fuck up.
I know, right?
The Reapers will attack.
Yeah, like when the collectors get her.
You're
No!
like a really gullible person. It's like a new person, on the Normandy, and they're not, the sharpest tool in the shed. And they're like, hey, Commander Shepard, what can I do? All right, listen here, Billy. This is the most important task ever.
Okay, James Vega, listen here.
These fish every 3 days, the Reapers will win. Oh my goodness! Yeah. So you just make sure you feed those. You don't want the universe to be devoured. Do you?
They miss.
No, Commander Shepard.
They miss feeding it once. What's wrong, Billy? You're not a patriot? Is that what it is?
You're about to die one more day, and then the Reapers are going to eat your face. Is that what you want, Billy?
Can Kelly be?
Sorry. And then you beat him with a rubber hose for a while, and then.
Whoa! You are getting way too detailed there. Can Kelly be?
You're gonna learn through mental terror. You gotta beat them a little bit.
No, you don't.
Tries to go to the evil gods.
Wait. Does that come before or after the rubber hose?
During.
Ow! Don't say ow! Sacrifice that goat! Crap! That's a really funny image, trying to think of someone sacrificing a goat while being beaten with a rubber hose. I don't think I've ever imagined that in my life.
I just stirred myself there with the throwing in of the beating with the rubber hose. Only because it's fiction.
Okay, someone asked if Kelly can be romance. Kind of, sort of. Kelly can be invited up to your room, but honestly, the thing is, it's not even sure if you guys do anything. It's almost kind of just how you look at it. You could have just gone up to the room and talked all night, or whatever. But you can invite her up to the room where it's ambiguous of what they did, and after that, she'll offer to feed your fish. And if you don't romance anyone, you can invite her up and she'll dance for you. But the way I played it this way is that we went up and she just talked about stuff and wouldn't shut up.
That's what I tell my girlfriends too.
If Liara asked, that's all that happened.
Exactly. We just talk. Because technically, in between the orgasms, we did talk.
Look, Liara, all I'm saying is you were too focused on your career. In the words of Ross, we were on a break.
Shepard. She blows up.
Actually, the Liara after Mass Effect 1, you would not want to piss her off.
No.
Although, speaking of Liara, I do have to admit, I am really impressed, because I remember you had such, you were not happy with Liara in the first 2 games, and then the third one, she kind of...
I have no idea what you're talking about in front of.
You're being sarcastic, right? Yeah, you're being sarcastic.
No, I've always loved Liara.
No, bullshit. He has crazy eyes more than once.
Kriana, when we did Mass Effect with friends, you were delighting in torturing her.
What?
Like, oh, Liara, let's hide under that lightning fixture.
If you wish death upon her, it doesn't mean I hated her.
What?
Don't question it.
Okay,
I
What's the definition of hating?
I did not like Liara at all in Mass Effect 1 or 2. I started liking her in 3, and then at the end of 3 I liked her.
Well, actually, if I do remember correctly, though, like, Shadow Broker made you start kind of accepting her.
Shadow Broker was probably the turning point.
Yeah. I mean, I can respect it. That shows, like, good character development and good writing, where it's someone who has a personality that grates on your nerves, or at least some people, and then she changes. She has an arc. She grows.
And I know what it was, because I saw Kriana's LP. What changed it was when she saw Liara jump out of a vent, singularity some people, and then shoot them in the face. And then she was like, I love you.
Yeah, she became less like, oh, I'm a scientist and like nerd bait, and she became more of like someone who was capable.
I'm a scientist in nerd bait with explosives. Oh, Pitney. Everyone wants to be like you.
Except for Mrs. Pitney.
All 5 of them. I don't even know what I meant by that, but whatever.
I got 5 kids to feed.
Is it me, or does it look like the inside of those cars is just like uncomfortable hard plastic?
Yeah. Another quick question: are there such thing? Are the Volus like the opposite of the Asari, where there's only men? Because I don't know. I've never heard of a female Volus.
No, I assume there's female Volus. They just like, you know, all the other races, they don't really show them that much.
Yeah, good point.
They don't show any female Elcor. Well, actually, maybe they do.
Yeah, who knows? They're just big, stupid jellyfish.
I said the Elcor, not the Hanar.
Oh, Hanar could be too.
Yeah.
God.
You've got a score to settle with Samara. Take it somewhere.
God, get your alien race right in front of. Pull your head out of your ass,
I
man.
need to recruit Samara for my mission.
Sound like such an asshole not knowing your alien races. Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
Like,
Who,
messing up a
coincidentally
high
enough,
elf.
was an Elcor.
Who would do that?
That's awesome. Jesus Christ, who coincidentally enough was an Elcor?
Actually, if you think about it,
I will take these 2 fish and this bread, and it will be enough for everyone.
Oh my.
Why did the Bible write about this?
Unspoken scriptures.
With great sarcasm. No, no. I'll carry the cross by myself. Yikes, okay, I'm getting into bad territory.
Just blasphemy.
Like looking up for lightning to strike me down.
No, I don't think it'll work that way. You'll just offend a lot of people.
Okay.
God works in mysterious ways.
God works through the hate mail.
Larry's is like, are you gonna hit him with lightning? No. I'm just gonna make a bunch of people hate him.
You're just gonna piss a bunch of people off.
Okay.
Or elk, or whatever they are.
Yes.
Those are the small fat ones, right?
No, the small fat ones are Volus.
Yep.
Well, I thought the Volus were the blue ones.
If you think about it, it's kind of strange, actually, with the universe that they created, especially in the first and even the second Mass Effects, that
That's about twice a day.
different races were very engendered, right? Like, if you look at, like, fantasy games, I mean, you had female elves, right? Humans, male-female halflings, male-female elves. Dwarves were typically always men. Although Dragon Age did a good job and actually showed, you know,
Right.
dwarves. But yeah, Mass Effect was really strange, right? And now I did appreciate that some species like the Hanar, and and the Asari were like asexual. They only had one gender,
Right.
but still, yeah.
I don't get to see any male Asari.
We better find Samara before the
Oh, there's a
detective goes after
Photoshop
her.
picture of a male Asari. He's pretty hot.
I try not to. I love the Mass Effect aliens, but I try not to think about it too literally because I start to hit all these logic flaws. Like, if the Asari are all female, why do they still have parts guys care about? Because that doesn't make okay. The point is, if I start thinking about it, it hurts. So I remember it's space magic.
Space magic.
Space magic! Which is why I don't understand, and I don't want to get into a huge rant against Smudboy again, but when you start trying to take things like this way too literally, I mean, how come the Solarians, how come all the races happen to have, like, 2 legs and 2 arms and all have mouths so they can talk with? It's like, just, yeah.
And see, this is the problem, though. Smuttykins did a big. His big problem was looking at Mass Effect as like literal science fiction, like in Star Trek. Because what
Right.
Star Trek tried to do was take a lot of the knowledge, that of our understanding of physics and technology. They consulted the writers for say Star Trek consulted NASA extensively, and they tried to use that knowledge and extrapolate it into their fiction. And that's why, like, Trekkies kind of get the nerdier vibe compared to people who say, like, Star Wars.
Right.
It's because, I mean, there's just so much science involved in it, like real, literal, grounded science. But this is science fantasy. This is... Yeah.
That's a spine.
You don't need that.
You know, I will say, though, even Star Trek had its fair share of technobabble.
Oh, yeah, of course, but it was... But, like, for example, the hyper engines in Star Wars, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, its purpose was to just get the characters from point A to point B. Right?
But warp technology was an actual theory, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But Star Trek, so, like, entire plots revolved around the engines, for crying out loud.
Samara, stop that. That's mean. You're a bully. A bustuous bully. See? Because they start with a B.
Yeah.
She's got great boobs.
What? Who?
Smart.
Samara?
Yeah, yeah, if you need a bomb shelter or something.
How does she do that? Is that an Asari thing?
Anti-gravity plants.
Oh my god, Future is here!
Actually, she just got some, like, baseballs and surgically implanted them.
So they don't move?
Baseballs? Like,
Softball's fine, whatever. Details. You can actually see, like, the seams.
Signed by Babe Ruth.
You honor me, but I am in the middle of an investigation.
I'm taking on the collectors.
I need you to help me take down the collectors. The collectors are a worthy foe. I would relish testing myself against them, but I seek an incredibly dangerous fugitive.
I never noticed her necklace.
Her neck ring?
I must find the name of the ship.
yeah, I always looked lower for some reason.
Actually, I more noticed like her little crown thing that she had. I didn't notice that neck thing.
Her neck ring.
You know, I have a theory that humans generally, it looks weird to us and unattractive if they don't have eyelashes. Or eyebrows, I mean. So, with the Asari who have no hair, they do their best on the ones that you're supposed to find attractive to either put their facial markings, so they're kind of like eyebrows, or like with Samara, put some sort of thing on her forehead that kind of looks like eyebrows to make them more attractive. And with Liara, they just blatantly, like, penciled in eyebrows.
I had a piano teacher who once plucked all of her eyebrows and then drew her eyebrows on. And I thought that was the most painful, silly way you could possibly do that.
I
Oh,
know
Inferno.
a lot of people who do
I
that.
grew up in that culture. Like, a lot of, down in
Just-
Texas, a lot of Hispanics do that all the time.
Like,
Every day.
With all due respect, we have we have technology. We have very advanced
I know.
razor technology, so you could trim them so they're exactly how you want them to be.
I know people who just shave them and then tattoo it on.
Yep.
What?
Yep.
Yeah, they tattoo eyebrows on.
Oh my god.
Yep.
I wish the
sorry.
Reapers would
Oh my
I want
gosh.
the entire universe destroyed because some people have drawn on eyebrows. And that's just wrong.
Alright. Alright, am I gonna be a dick to Pitney? Yeah, I think I am.
Dick to who?
Pitney.
Hello, Earth Clan.
You just like smack him. Hello, it's not. Ow!
Unfortunately, I am not open for business right now.
Why are the mercs after you?
I know nothing about any mercenaries, Earth Clan. I'm
Talk to the pistol.
Oh dear. Please put that away. I'll be cooperative, I swear.
Tell me everything.
I smuggled a chemical onto Ilium that boosts biotic powers in combat. It also is toxic.
Oh, them eyebrows.
Forgotten to mention that to the Eclipse. So they are perturbed and want to
Yeah,
kill me.
speaking of eyebrows.
Yeah, okay, most of the time I don't notice it anymore, but once in a while it'll show a close-up of her, and I'm just like, ugh.
I need to get into the merc base.
What's wrong?
I do have a pass card they issued.
Something against the natural look.
Well, I had to return that one, but I happened to make a
That's
copy.
worse than the natural look, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm still wondering which is worse. I was going for which is worse, no eyebrows or those eyebrows, and I thought those looked worse, actually.
Really?
But yeah, because I tried it in the creator, and I was like, no eyebrows looked weird, but those, I think in time they grew on me more than no eyebrows would have, but at the time the stark contrast between the red hair and the black bushies was just too much. Too much.
Too much. Too much.
All right, guys, let's go do biotic drugs.
Yeah, those are my favorite.
Awesome.
I'm gonna shave off my eyebrows.
It's amazing. Anywhere we go in Ilium, it's like we're in the Dantius Towers. Like every loading screen is of the Dantius Towers. Oh, I forgot there's a gunship here. We gotta be careful on that. Yes. You guys must be careful.
Okay. I will
I'll
watch
cover
so
you
fucking
back.
carefully.
I'm gonna run my head in this wall. Woo!
Okay,
Yeah,
Gur.
I'm serious.
What?
We need to keep him alive.
What? Keep cool alive.
Wait.
Oh,
You know, did you ever watch Peter Pan, like the stage show when Tinkerbell starts to die?
You're gonna clap,
And,
aren't
like,
you?
can save her. Yeah, just clap and say you do believe in fairies.
I
And,
do believe in Squee.
You start
Yeah,
clapping,
yeah.
I'm gonna hurt you.
I think I've done this joke before when we did Mass Effect with friends.
I think so. It's about the same time we did the polite rockets.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Would you like a rocket, sir? Very good, sir.
Yes. They have missiles with monocles on them. They're like, hello, I hope you don't mind, but I'm going to just stop here and explode in your face.
Look at Jenkins over there. He caught that man in the crotch. Bravo.
Good job, old boy.
Oh, I can't wait for the future to come.
I told you. You gotta transfer once included.
Oh, shot that person in the baby maker.
Did
Oh,
you know that name?
Yep. Do. Just so everyone knows, I wasn't actually trying to. It just kind of happened.
Squee does not promote baby shooting.
Oh my god.
What?
Promote baby shooting.
It's
Charles
drug.
Manson?
Ah, gosh. Okay,
Clarifying, guys.
I gotta think. Would Shelly let her go or kill her? Honestly, I think Shelly would let her go. Shelly's not the type of person just to shoot someone without good reason. So, as much as it sucks, I think Shelly would let her go. Damn you, roleplay! I do love this, though, that BioWare did this kind of like, oh, you thought you did the right thing.
You stupid
You fool!
Wait, stop! I didn't fire my weapon once. I pretended to because the other Eclipse sisters were watching, but I didn't really shoot.
I don't know.
One of them, I knew. I thought being Elnor the mercenary would be cool, but I didn't know what they were really like.
Okay. Oh, by the way, guys, as far as the caps go, I'm being more lenient on that rule. The caps rule was more put out for Dragon Ball Z League, where people would start spamming caps for their team and stuff. But if you just do caps once in a while, no biggie. Go!
Get out of here, Elnora. If you so much as jaywalk.
Oh no, I forgot to ask her about the Ardagashi. No! Whatever. Yeah, what Inferno said. Or typed.
Murder!
Murder!
You know, that part was the last part was cut out of that.
The move. Train.
And remember, always buy your books with cash so the government doesn't know what you read.
I love that.
It was so random.
It was.
Good sense.
Oh, shot her in the jugular. What's... Check your screens. What screens? Oh, we're watching TV.
Watching the game.
I'm not getting good reception, so I'm asking you guys to check your screens, see if you've got good reception.
The Illyrian Vorcha really shot the bed tonight. They got completely blown out.
There's all the refs' bad calls.
Oh, of course. When in doubt, blame the ref, man.
Oh, come on, ref! That full is so used Ezo!
You know what I love to see? Jordy LaForge reffing a game, and they'd be like, "Come on, ref, are you blind?" And he just look at them.
Walks away.
I think you shoot him with a phaser.
Get off me!
Then walks away.
Oh, you almost took down my shields. Shame on you.
Bitch.
You batch.
Yeah, I think I like the 3-minute barrier, like being able to activate it and just forget about it.
Set it and forget it.
Yep. Okay, new rule, Ironman rule. If I forget to reload and try and fire, restart the game.
Oh man, I played Mass Effect 2 and then I went back and played a Mass Effect 1. Holy crap, pressing the R button and throwing those goddamn grenades.
I know! It happens every time! It's like, I'm gonna reload grenade. No! It's a good thing I don't really use grenades in that game or I'd be really upset. I use them, like, whenever I remember to use them and when I have to take out the Thorian creepers. Or whatever, those people without killing them.
You use grenades not to kill people?
Yep.
They prefer to be called Thorian Americans. Even though they're not from America, it's just an old indigenous name.
I like your smart voice, Inferno.
Thanks, it only has a slight lisp. It's slower.
I know.
It's not
It's very
fabulous.
subtle. No, it's very subtle. I like it.
What about my smart voice?
Oh god. Yeah, it's great, Sweet.
I'm Bernard! God!
Really
You need to click more when you say things.
So sweet, you need extra phlegm.
So cool, guys.
Extra.
You need to know what you are saying and make sure that you make as much noise when you're saying things with your mouth.
Okay, smud boy, chill it.
Damn it. He knows.
I wanted to send him a message when I go, they have surgery for that.
No, they have a great procedure. It's called pull the mic away from your mouth.
And no, I like to keep my mouth in my mic. Wait.
Yeah.
I like my... I like to put my mouth in my mic. It's good. What? That is sorry. Literally just went. Hup, like she just had a cold bath or something. Just shaking it off.
I think you're annoying the fact that you said that wrong.
No.
I think you said putting your mic in. No, putting your mouth in your mic.
I did say that.
Yeah, that's I was. Yeah.
Putting your mouth in your mic. That was the funny. You ruined it.
No, don't go anywhere, gunship.
Big brother.
This gunship scares me because when you actually have to fight it, there's almost no cover.
Everything scares you, Squee.
Yeah.
Let's call a spade a spade. And now that you know what a spade is, we can do that.
Well, I knew what it was. I just didn't know what it was when I was a child.
Oh, I know. But I was just calling back to a previous conversation.
Wait, I wonder where that saying comes from, though.
Probably some idiot didn't know what a spade was.
Well, actually, I used to think that saying was talking more about cards, like a deck of cards.
Oh, yeah, 'cause spades.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm on the internet. I can find it.
I thought you were going to say, I'm on the case. Oh no, Kasumi!
Oh, yeah, don't worry, folks. Inferno's on the case.
Kasumi, no!
Or should we do it like Japanese? Kasume!
Oh, here we go. We'll just go with Wikipedia, because why the fuck not? Is to speak honestly and directly about topics, specifically topics that others may avoid speaking about due to their sensitivity or embarrassing nature. Oh. It was in Brewer's Dictionary of Phrase and Fables, published in 1913, that defined it. Whoa, holy shit, the ultimate source is from Plutarch in the 178 BC.
Whoa.
Plutarch.
Yeah.
Plutarch was
That-
genius.
Yeah. But,
So-
yeah, it meant to say, is actually called a basin, or a basin, but Aramis mistranslated it to mean shovel.
Oh.
Yeah, so the original saying was from Plutarch saying, calling a fig, a trough, right?
Uh-huh.
But the name for basin or trough was mistranslated to think it meant shovel. So it was meant calling a fig, and a shovel. So that's where it came from.
Cool.
Interesting.
I know that I love finding out where things came from. Like, for example, you guys have no idea how many sayings we get from falconing back in the medieval ages. Like, for example, the saying, I'm fed up. They used to, like, the night before the hunt, they would feed the falcons, and you could tell that they had eaten because, like, their chest would puff out. And so when you say someone's fed up, it means they're done. Or you used to... basically, you used to have the falcon on your finger, and you would use your thumb to kind of hold its foot, and that's where we get under my thumb. And you had a little tether or a little leash on the falcon that you would wrap around your pinky to help support it, and that's where we get wrapped around my little finger. Yeah, all that just from falconing.
We can keep on talking about saying. The
The
entire
more
time.
you know.
Okay, here we go.
Keep going, Squee.
No, because I've got to fight a gunship, and I'm really scared to do this, actually. Oh god! Run! 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 Okay.
Here comes brave Sir Commander Shepard. She bravely ran away. She bravely ran away.
Oh god, no! Take my warps!
Warp speed.
Ooh, I have a sniper rifle.
Warp speed.
Warp.
That did nothing! That did nothing! You betrayed me.
You lose. Good day.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh! No, no, no!
Good day, sir.
Did that hit it? It did hit it. No, don't move! Okay, this isn't as scary as I thought it was going to be. Just take it out.
Why don't we just call a spade and then spade? rocket ship a rocket ship.
Or how about we just call a rocket ship a pile of flaming ash?
Actually, apparently, I saw that the saying spade was written like far before 1928. But around 1928, that's when people started using spade as a racial slur against black people, like saying, "Oh, he's as black as the ace of spades." And so apparently, a lot of people don't say that saying anymore because they're afraid it will offend black people. But most people know that that saying was made, you know, like...
I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
Well, good to know. I won't say that in front of any more black people.
Yes, you will.
I don't even think they care anymore, but I think, like... I don't know.
Yeah, if someone got upset at me for saying that, I'd look at them and I'd be like, really? I mean,
it'd be like a woman getting upset when you say, "Oh, the rule of thumb," right? Because originally, the saying meant, you know, you can beat your wife with a stick as long as it's not as wide as your thumb.
Right.
But we're not using it in that context anymore, are we? So there's nothing to be upset about.
Like if they get upset because you tattoo a swastika on your forehead, we're not using it like that anymore.
That's still not a good idea. People still don't understand that's like an old...
Hindu.
I believe it's a Buddhist or
it's a Hindu. It's a Hindu symbol for peace and prosperity, and that's why Hitler took it. But the difference is that Hitler tilted it, so he kind of turned it on its side a little bit and made it like standing on its edge. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode here, folks, because it's been about half an hour, and we will see you guys next time. Yay!
We are horrible for this. Who would ever want to watch this bullshit?
I'm still recording.
Well, we're not. Don't. Squee, you're doing great. We're just...
I'm still recording.
Oh my... I mean...
Because that's so much better.